learned from Seneca, from his letters to Lucilius, and he writes this thing. He says, "You are bound to suffer." He says, "Those are the good news for you, because if you recognize that the tragedies of life and the hardships and pitfalls are not optional, then your um, mission becomes to address them and to find meaning in that, as well as to find um, deliberate will to do it, not necessarily out of pleasure, but out of necessity to keep on living. And I think in our lives, we often expect a sort of fortune, good fortune, we expect a luck or something good. Um, because, well, this is a positive alternative to us, right? We look forward to what we want, and I think for ourselves, we try to reshape the life as we see it suiting. Even in our minds, picture of life oftentimes um, is not accurate of reality. Why? Because there is a desired version of reality which we would like to have, right? And I think we oftentimes struggle for that, because having this desired picture of life and thinking that this is reality, we become frustrated when, well, when the truth or reality manifests, and when we see that, well, not everything is like we want it to be. So I think good news are that it is frustrating and it is tragical for you, but it's also the realities of life. It is a part of being human, and you might as well complain for being a man, you know, because this is a lot of being a human, having not only all of these tragical troubles, which oftentimes even, animals face with, but being aware of them on a different level, as if having them predicted in our minds, anticipating them, seeing and looking farther into the future, and knowing that all the sorts of troubles can come our way, as they do. And when we understand that not only they can, but they will, we understand that this is the reality, which is full of troubles, which already are promised to us. We will have them in our lives, and we do have them, even if we fail to see and recognize it, even if we're so desperate not to have them, we're bound to have them, and we're bound to suffer. And, well, if we are, then Well, the only way to free yourself from anxiety is through those sufferings, perhaps by becoming able to suffer productively, suffer efficiently, and only anticipate the suffering. But build yourself, prepare yourself to meet it productively and efficiently, to overcome it, right? And it means that you can't live your life for pleasure because you are bound to all these troubles and sufferings, which are not optional. They are and will be a part of your life, right? So um, this is a good lesson to learn. And let me go to the readings. I think there is something which might be interesting for you. Um, so he writes that it makes no difference when your suffering comes, because at some time you're bound to suffer. The point is not how long you live, but how nobly you live. Okay, maybe the last one was not really related, but right. So there is no difference when your suffering comes, because at some time you are bound to suffer. It's like the storm is coming, and imagine you knowing it will come and doing nothing to prepare for that, having a leisure time, having a rest. And perhaps it doesn't mean that we can't find rest in life. It means that the kind of rest we should find in life should be what? Should lie through this, through the troubles and sufferings, not in absence of them, because there will be no absence of it. You know, this light is really strong. Wait, let me adjust the light. by by making it even stronger. Okay. Um. Okay, that's all right. Let me see if I have anything else for you to read. Yes, and so he says, therefore, let us postpone nothing, um, and balance life's account every day. So, in other words, there's the things we should do, the things we should prepare for, and we can't postpone it. What must be done should be done, or else we would not be prepared to what is coming. And well, those are the good news, because it's better than the uncertainty. It's better than confusion. To know that troubles are and will be is better than to be confused of your misery. You know, because when you are confused, you have a trouble with understanding and comprehension, and you uh, have an error in function. You become incapable, dysfunctional. Okay, so brutal certainty gives you solid ground too, because it tells you what you can do, the things you can or should prepare for. And it's better to have something you should do, because otherwise, what is to be done? If there is nothing you should do, then it's hard to figure out what should be done, because perhaps you are confused also in what you want to do. You know, maybe whatever you want changes constantly, as does the world. You become kind of different each day, and so what you want changes, even in the same time. It's oftentimes what collapses your desires conflict, and well, you are left confused with uh multiplicity. If this multiplicity of choices are the choices of equal value, this brings to you the confusion. Okay, so maybe even the choices are positive, but the confusion and anxiety is not. Anxiety, which confusion causes. Um, Meanwhile, I'll try to set up the light. Oh, okay, this will be great. Um, so you would probably prefer the unhappiness of certainty to the happiness of uncertainty, because there is no happiness in uncertainty, definitely. So, uh, you would prefer the certainty, which is brutal, to an illusion which confuses you. And this is certain that that you're bound to suffer. The things are supposed and promised to be hard for you. It's a almost as a promise rule. It's not optional. Yeah, I think we do often try to kind of escape it, but it brings us even more confusion, and I'll explain why. So we try to um, push our fortune, a chance, right? We want to get lucky without the work done. We cheat. That's why we cheat. We fracture what we deserve and worthy of, and in attempt to um, reach the desired outcome without the needed input. Um, we want to contribute less, but we want to receive more. And because we're also dissatisfied when we can't get what we want. Perhaps it's not only that we never tried to get it, perhaps we did something, but it wasn't enough. And so, what we sometimes would do, if we would have a chance to do it, we would try to shortcut, to cheat, to manipulate, to get the desired result, which we didn't get, um, having everything what we done. Uh, okay, and so why do we lose when we do that? I think we lose when we do that because if we get what we didn't deserve, and if we get it constantly, at some point, we don't even know what we actually deserve. Okay? So, I think fortune is not that good to us. We like to sort of even call it grace, let's say God's grace, right? Good things are coming your way, you know? And let's say we'll bring an example of relationships. Um, you happen to have a good friend, You're blessed. Thankfully, you found a good friend, and you naturally have a great friendship. Great. Good. Now you had it for quite some time, and it's been just working fine for you. Well, this is good, right? You want to have it. And you didn't even had to put something into it. You didn't have to invest a lot of yourself because it was just coming naturally, and it was like just a fortune. You matched, everything was easy, and everything was good. And it's great. You feel blessed. You're happy. Right. Till it won't be this way, till something will come your way, some trouble and some problem, which won't make it natural anymore. And if it was depending on this being easy, being natural, being given to you, then you don't know how to sustain it. Oh, well, I could be friends with him when it was natural, when it was given, when everything was all right. But I have no idea how to uh, keep on our friendship. If everything changes, say. And so this is not good for you. Well, what would be good for you also, if it would be hard, if trouble would come your way and you would need to figure out how to do it yourself, how to keep up a friendship, what should you do? Now, it is problematic for you. It is a work that should be done. But, well, then you know what which of your action did achieve which result, and now you know what to do and how to act, how to move forward upward. Now you know what needs to be done for you to have good relationships, for you to be able to sustain your friendship. um Let me try to, maybe this would be better. And okay, so I think um that's what also gives us a certainty and meaning. We know what should be done, and we know how to deserve it. So when the troubles or hard things, because, well, they are troubles because they are troublesome exactly to us. We're liking something and we can't get there. That's why it's troublesome to us. Um, right. But what it does to us, it gives us the opportunity to try to do something and to see what sorts of action should be done for something to change. And when we play the fair game, an honest game, we also know where to go. We become less confused, more certain. We know what should be done. So the certain outcome would follow. A deserved outcome. Deserved means you did it and it turned the way because you have done it. You have produced the outcome. This gives you certainty, right? What happens when you try to shortcut and when you start to cheat? You do something what you don't deserve and you get the outcome which was not produced by your effort, by exactly by you. It was produced by the manipulation, let's say. It was produced by cheating. So, well, this is bad for you because now you don't know how much of what kind of thing you should have been done to actually achieve this result. You don't know how much of effort should have been actually taken to achieve it, to do it, to have it. That's what you lose on. And the world starts to lose meaning because nothing matters. Your what you start to lose you and like sense of meaning and detach from reality because you don't know what kind of action leads to exact result. And this is exactly the meaning. Mm. So, returning to the topic, let me read you something else too. Hmm. I find it. Okay. I think that will be it for the reading. Um, this is a good lesson again to remember that we're bound to suffer. It means we are bound to take on the actions which would um, provide solution to the suffering. We should attend to troubles and to problems, and we can escape them. And not only it's a part of life, it's a part of growth.